Howdy and welcome back to the Benz YouTube channel, or should I say the MAZDA-RATI Benz YouTube channel. Wink wink. No, but I enjoyed some of your guys' comments on what the new engine for the new project car might be. There's no fooling some of you guys. Like I said, I will be showing you guys the new engine. It is in there, by the way. Well, kind of, and then also some of the other shenanigans I've been getting up to. But before we get into all of that, I do kind of want to explain myself. Hello. About a year ago, when I picked up this beauty of an AU Falcon, the reason for that was because of this, the 4-liter inline-6 powerhouse they came with. Now, at this point, I already saw with the Benz what a bit of boost can do to these inline 6-cylinder engines, and best of all, how they sound. With 800cc more displacement than the M104 Turbo Benz, I thought this would be the perfect platform for the new W203 Project. In stock form, the M104 has a 10:1 compression ratio. These already have a bit lower compression ratio of 9.65, and as we know, a bit lower compression for boost is only a good thing. I did end up putting a headspacer in the M104 that took the compression down to about 9.2 to 1, and that's why we haven't blown another head gasket in the Benz. But obviously things kind of got out of hand with this thing, and I had to have a bit of fun first. If you are new to the channel and missed all of this, you can check it out. I did make a playlist you guys can check out. I've had a lot of fun with this thing and I really do like it, but yeah, it's not really beneficial for the channel. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing now that I'm not going to use the engine. I guess for now it's just going to be in the background of the videos looking pretty until I figure out what to do with it next. But anyway, let's move on over there. Now, one thing I will say about these inline 6-cylinder engines, they are pretty amazing, but they are freaking big. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you would know what a great time I had making this engine fit into the W203 chassis. Now, with all that being said, I introduced the new engine for the new 203 Project car. There it is. Yes, perfect. And there it is. So this is a Mazda FE3 2-liter engine, dual overhead cam, 16 valve, and it's so freaking small. But even in its stock form, it has the potential to make the same amount of power that I'm getting from the 3.2-liter 6-cylinder in the Benz. So I guess bigger isn't always better. To be honest, I don't know much about this engine yet. Apparently they are well known in the car community. I guess I'll just learn as we go. I also got a lot of parts with it, so the intake manifold, the turbo exhaust manifold. So yes, this is going to be boosted, and a lot more boost than we're running over there, because this engine can handle a bit more boost. It also came with a bell housing that connects up to a Toyota Cressida 5-speed gearbox, which should be plenty strong enough. Yeah, there it is, guys, the new beating heart for the new 203 Project. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am about it. Obviously, there's a lot of work that needs to be done before this thing can fire up, and in today's video I do want to continue working on the suspension. I already went ahead yesterday and got all the suspension removed, shocks, control arms, everything on the front of the car as well as the back, just to go over everything, check over the bushes, replace what needs to be replaced. There's a hell of a lot of things to go over. And then I already went ahead and opened up the rear diff. I also got that out. To see what's going on in that, because as you saw in the previous video, we went out with the riser Benz, tried to go do a burnout. Ended up being an epic fail because this still has an open diff. But with this one, while we are working on it, let's try and weld the diff, or we might have another option with that. I don't have the right tools to remove the side shaft from the hub, so I guess let's load them up into the riser Benz, head on over to Andrew. He's always a big help, and then remove it over there. He has much better tools, because apparently we need to get the side shaft into the diff before we weld it, not to bend or warp anything. I'm not sure, we'll figure it out as we go, but let's load them up and then head on over there. So convenient that Andrew has a workshop with all the cool tools not even 5 minutes away from me. Didn't even have enough time for the riser Benz to warm up to do a pull, and then I got there and then he got me sorted out in no time. Okay, easy as that. We wanted to get the CVs out of there just to make everything easier to work with, because like I said, we'll have to get the side shaft back into the diff when we weld it. Apparently that's how you do it. Speaking of the differential, so I said we want to get it welded, or we might have another option. So the other option is getting lead melted and then thrown into there. So Andrew also had this little melter for me, so we do have the option to get this lead melted and in there. Apparently it's a bit better than the welding. I'm not sure, I'm still doing my own research on that, learning how differentials work. The only thing I know is the forces inside a differential is harsh. We also removed these bottom arms, and we saw that these bushings are shot, and then the camber and caster arms, this bushing is also not what it used to be, so we'll just add that to the shopping list to get later on. And the way I'm planning to drive this thing once it's up and running is it's not gonna have an easy life.
Believe it or not, jail right away.
Anyway, this morning I just got the engine back out of the car because there's still a bunch of things I want to remove up in the engine bay. I also got this cross member out just to be able to clean everything up nicely. I do want to get the engine bay painted. I'm just deciding on when I do want to do that, before or after we build the things, because I'm scared we're going to scratch everything. And then over here we have all the parts that I want to start cleaning up today, and then some of the things I do also want to get painted. But yeah, like I said, for today I want to start cleaning up everything, all the parts over here, clean up the underside as best as I can, because it is filthy in here. Oh, and just FYI, I did end up selling another kidney to afford a sheet of aluminium, pretty amazing stuff. This, we will be building a lot of things out of this. I won't be doing all the welding. We have someone that actually can weld this stuff, so pretty excited about that. There's obviously going to be a lot of aluminium things in the car, but more on that later on. Holy smokes, you guys know what I just realized? I have to put this thing back together again. Let's hope I can do that. But yeah, yesterday I just cleaned up the pavement. I wanted to get the car back into the shade because I don't like it when it stands in the sun like that. And yeah, there's absolutely nothing left underneath the car. Got it all cleaned up, not perfect, but a lot better than it was. And then I forgot to mention that I also removed this piece, so we're just gonna add a plate in here because we do have some ideas. Want to do at the back of the car, let's just say a wing and an exhaust that's not gonna come out there or there or there, maybe more something over there, I don't know. And then I also got the fuel tank removed because we are going to be building, that's one of the things we're going to be building with the aluminium sheet we got. So that's another, I think, 17 kilograms we are saving. And then when you look in the workshop over here, I want to see if I can clean up the brakes and make them look better. We have the gearbox over there, starting to get some nuts and bolts to get that put together. And then a few other parts over there I want to clean up because the pressure washer did clean it up. But if I want to paint some things, I will have to put some more elbow grease in there. But unfortunately, again, we ran out of time for this week's video. Like always, a week feels so short. But anyway, there's a lot to do and it doesn't help I get into a rush, start rushing things and then stuff it up. I do want to enjoy the process and the journey. And I'm kind of curious to see what you guys are going to think about the new engine. Nobody said that I might get a Mercedes engine in there. So that's pretty weird. This is the Ricer Benz YouTube channel after all. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video and then I'll see you in the next one.